Yo, I know people did not think that Man vs. Wild and like the real world and all that reality TV stuff. I hope they don't think that stuff is real. Especially on TV, let alone YouTube. Like TV, I don't know. I feel like they have such bigger budget. Why the hell would they do anything authentic when they can just do it the easiest way to make and the cheapest way to make the most amount of money, you know? The biggest profit. That's all they worried about, right? But I mean, you can't even trust YouTube pages that claim that they can do stuff like this because look at the primitive building. Didn't they get exposed? Primitive technology? No, or maybe I'm shooting out the wrong channel. But there's some of those. I know there's one guy. I think the guy that I'm thinking of is actually primitive technology. Maybe his name is something else, but him, I think he's authentic. Like just that random fucking dude in the woods. But the ones where they got like 2 people in the woods and they're building like underground swimming pools and saunas and shit. All that shit is fake. And they got like a bunch of them have gotten proven to be fake. Like people just show up to the sites and they've got like equipment there just left over, and I don't know. There's like tracks and evidence of them using excavators and shit. Like, I don't know. A bunch of them have gotten exposed, so you can't really trust most of them. And this dude, Bear Grylls, I mean, he's out there drinking piss, bro. You think that shit is real? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe he drank his piss. But then as soon as they turn the camera off for a cut, he's over there throwing up. And he's like, bruh, I better get all profits for this fucking episode. But I guess Sunny V is going to tell us even more.
I didn't know it was this fake. That comment was posted to an early expose of Man vs. Wild Season 1 Episode 5, while Bear Grylls' other survival missions have featured everything from rented horses.
Hold up. This one dude just walks across casually, and Bear Grylls is like making a Metal Gear Solid attempt.
Season 1 Episode 5, while Bear posted to an early expose of Man vs. Wild Season 1 Episode 5,
not really.
While Bear Grylls' other survival missions have featured everything from rented horses to volcanic landscapes created by smoke machines.
Wait a second.
We're gonna go over.
He rented horses for background video? And here we see wild horses. You don't normally see these, but we have just been lucky enough to stumble across a nice little herd.
Horses to volcanic landscapes created by smoke machines. We're gonna go over every available example where Bear Grylls might not have been telling the truth, including multiple responses from the man himself, so you can come to your own conclusion about whether or not the show was real.
I hope he doesn't like straight up lie.
Caught cutting corners. This was the first example of Bear Grylls being called out for fakery, and it came on the 24th of July 2007, just 4 days after the end of the first season. The article was written after Mark Weinert, one of the show's consultants, came forward to talk about the ways in which the first season was staged. Mark began by explaining that while in the Sierra Nevada mountains, Grylls was seen supposedly sleeping under a rock beside a small life-saving fire.
On this little overhang here, here's all I've really got now. Our shelter for the night. It's not very nice.
Yet in all actuality, Grylls instead spent each night at the Pines Resort in Bass Lake, which was advertised as a cozy getaway for families, and is a luxurious hotel with its own spa on a lake, as well as television, stone fireplaces, hot tubs, and internet access. However, this isn't.
You know, this dude is like chilling at the pool, fucking flexing on the ladies. Like, this is where they think I'm sleeping tonight. Or actually, he might have even been like, this is where I'm going back to later tonight. I just had to take a little shower and kind of let some stress off real quick before I go back to filming. You might have heard of my little show. It's called Man vs. Wild. And then by that time, you know, they're just like already in the hotel room. And then he's like, what rock?
The only part of the episode which is
like, you going back to your rock or what?
Fake. Only a few minutes after waking from the campsite, which he apparently didn't even sleep at, Grylls runs into a group of
cozy ass
before talking about how
well
unusual
rested
it was to
and
see
fucking
them out in the wild.
A chance to use an old Native American mode of transport comes my way.
And this is such a privilege to see. They're probably loose horses that have broken free, maybe from a ranch.
He spends the next couple of minutes gaining the trust of the wild horses before trying to jump onto one without success, which is interesting as, according to a Reddit post, Bear Grylls breaking a wild Mustang was actually a choreographed scene shot with a domesticated horse from a nearby ranch.
You know why he was climbing up? He's like, yo, as soon as I climb up, call him over. Or maybe he actually did think he was about to just look all cool taming this horse. But the horse was like, yo. Ah. Like he just exposed him, you know? Maybe the horse knew, and the horse was like, bro, I'm not trying to be a part of this shit, dude. I don't want you to dirty my name, bro. You're dragging my name in the mud. And the mud is where all the other homies hang out. All my other stangs. What the fuck?
Ranch. The post included a video which has sadly now been deleted, yet there are comments on other websites to back up the claim, such as, the wild horses in the American West are uncombed, skittish wild creatures with scrapes and cockleburs, not the gentle manicured saddle horse which was seen in that episode, alongside YouTube comments such as, I grew up near Reno, Nevada, and spent a lot of time watching wild horses. The proof that he never roped a wild horse, he's still alive. On top of this, Mark Weiner then explained that season 1 episode 9, in which Grills is supposedly surviving on a scarce desert island, was actually filmed off the coast of Hawaii, where Grills spent his evenings in a motel. During the same episode, Grills can be seen making a bamboo raft on the beach, which even included a fishnet sail, yet this was also debunked after Weiner had explained he actually led a team of builders to construct the raft. It was then taken apart so that Grills could be shown building it on camera. However, it was season 1 episode 5 on Mount Kilauea that was the most suspicious of them all.
Oh shit.
At the beginning of the episode, Grills was supposedly walking on an active volcano, shown by sulfur dioxide gas which was steaming from the surface.
Sulfur dioxide gas forms in volcanoes, and here it's really thick.
Look at this, you can actually see the sulfur dioxide here seeping out of these vents.
However, after the episode went
my
live,
god. Don't tell me he was like, he has some kind of mesh or something over it, and he's just like using a steam maker or whatever underneath it. At least let those be real. If you're gonna point it out to the camera, why lie that hard?
one of the show's safety instructors explained to the Sunday Times
Like
that the white
maybe
clouds are poisonous.
I can maybe understand in the background for like cool scenery or something, even though that's kind of corny to fake it. But to fake it and then point it out and be like, yo, look.
Sulfur dioxide that billowed around the former SAS Explorer were in fact harmless vapor created by smoke machines.
Oh my god.
And according to insiders, the red glow of the molten magma, which he warned could incinerate him in seconds, was supplemented by burning hot coals brought in by members of the production team. Sulfur dioxide
that ain't
fumes
even
are
real
colorless
lava,
and
bro.
you can't see it, so smoke generators
magma
were used off screen to make the existing fumes seem visible. Later in the episode, Grills talks about being far from civilization, before explaining that crossing the terrain was dangerous due to lava cracks in the ground.
Crossing these fragile fissures can be dangerous, but there is a way to do it.
Sometimes you get these lava bridges that cross them over, but you've got to be really careful crossing these, just because you don't know what's solid and what's hollow underneath.
Bro, you already know. You had 10 team members tested first.
However, when a YouTuber called Volcano Chaser uploaded a video titled Ream Man vs Wild Bear Grylls is a phony, this segment was also debunked. The video showed that just behind the camera, the lava crack came to an end and could have simply been walked around, which became even worse after it was shown that Grylls was not far from civilization and was rather right next to a major highway. To add a cherry on top of
literally, people are like behind Bear Grylls, like, bro, hurry up, man. You've been talking for 10 minutes. Just cross it. It's my turn to cross. Or Bears is like, bro, we gotta reshoot. One of them was in the background, man. We gotta redo this. Why the fuck? If anyone can go there, why would you fake that though? I don't get it. What do you gain from from faking something so like something super obvious, something like that everyone could just go to?
the cake. The video description
What
exposed
the
other
fuck you
parts
just
of the
say to me?
episode by stating, most of the scenes in the show don't exist in the area
Which one
he
was it?
supposed to be in. Avocado trees, lava tube, tropical forest, fissures, and landing site are all in different parts of the island and separated by up to 50 miles. I've hiked this area hundreds of times. These fissures are unique to a small area on the summit and are a very popular tourist viewing area. They're only a few hundred feet long and easy to go around. Only the phony bear seems to have trouble crossing them. The fishes are located next to the parking area, where cars can be seen on the crater rim drive shown on the clip, although there was still more trickery that wasn't being made obvious to the audience. Survival expert Nick Vrooman's worked with Bear Grylls on season 1 episode 13 in the Australian outback, after which Nick stated that even the script itself was pre-planned. He'd expand on this by stating everything you see in the show is set up. I built him shelters and found him snakes to eat. On the show broadcast to Europe and the US, you see him catch a snake, kill it, and eat it. But it was actually 2 snakes. A roadkill that I found which he was shown beating on the head and eating, and then a live olive python that
What the fuck, bro? Mans was literally hitting a dead snake to make it look like he killed it. Couldn't, and like, hold up. God damn, that dude is... I didn't think it was this fake either. Holy fuck. I thought it was just going to be a couple of exposed, like, maybe like that scene at the volcano where, oh, you could just walk around easily, but everything you see in the show, I made on the show broadcast, you see me, the snake, kill it and eat it. It was actually 2 snakes, a roadkill that I found. Ew, why would you eat a roadkill though? Maybe he just killed it. Show him beating on it in the head. Then a live olive python. That was a wild Kara. That Kara had been rehabilitating. Wait, he didn't eat that one, did he? He didn't beat that one and hit it, did he? He ate a python that fucking wildlife care took care of. He decided he wanted to swim across a river with the snake, but he kept dropping it and losing it. I had to keep catching the thing and giving it back to him. What the fuck? First of all, he's not even capable of holding a snake. Why would you want to swim across a river with the snake in your hand? Maybe it was it like a big python? What was the first snake? The roadkill one.
Wildlife carer had been rehabilitating, which was followed by Vrooman's also exposing the segment where Grylls was almost attacked by a crocodile, stating the whole crew was petrified of the crocodiles. Bear didn't want to get anywhere near the water, so he filmed a setup of him like he was near a crocodile when he was actually a safe distance away.
Wait, so he was like, wait, what? He didn't get anywhere near the water. So we filmed a setup of him like he was near a croc. Wait, what does that even mean? He didn't get near the water, yet he was in the water somehow. Just a safe distance away. So maybe he was just like towards the shore or something, and he was just like casting, and maybe, or maybe he was like really far from the crocodiles. I don't fucking know. How would you fake that? Did they do 2 different scenes? Like one where someone was wrestling a croc on the fish line while he was somewhere else looking like he was wrestling with something. Maybe he was snagged on a fucking log or something. Or did they just put him far enough from the crocodile and it just made it look like he was right next to it? That one I'm having trouble understanding.
I was a bit miffed when I saw the finished show. As a result of the media ripping each episode to shreds, Bear Grylls was given a chance to respond to the controversy during a live talk show.
And then we heard somebody complaining that they said, no, he's down the road at the Motel 6. He's not really out there surviving.
The way we film these things is over 6 days, and when I'm filming the live night stuff out, I'm out whether it's in a camel carcass or up a tree. And then when we're not filming the night stuff, I'll stay with the crew, wherever that is, whether it's in a, tented camp area in the Sahara or a jungle lodge.
Oh, he's bullshitting.
Rainforest or wherever.
Grylls would then issue a public apology stating, if people felt misled on how the first series was represented, I'm really sorry for that. He added, I'm the person that takes the rap for these things, even though I'm not always involved in the editing side of it, which is followed by the show promising to be 100% transparent going into the future. To cover themselves, the second season
I'll believe you the
with a
second
disclaimer.
time.
However, it's not like this did anything to convince viewers of the show's authenticity. humanity. If I had to choose one person to be stranded on a desert island with, it would be Bear Grylls. That way he would have his crew with him, and they'll probably pay for us to stay in a nice hotel or something,
That's
which became
funny.
even worse after the show was exposed for a different stunt. During the episode in the African savannah, Grylls is shown
Ew, that's
squeezing
the
water out
shit.
of elephant dung, which by itself didn't seem all that troublesome. However, when Canadians
Yeah, right. That shit is fucking gross. If I found out that that was faked, I would not mind it. But that'd still be kind of fucked. But I mean, look at how calmly he took it though, right? I don't know, man. I feel like people would be like gagging and
Grylls is
shit at
shown
least.
squeezing water out of elephant dung, which by itself didn't seem all that troublesome. However, when Canadian survival expert Les Stroud,
Fucking
host of the show
disgusting, bro.
Survivor Man, responded to the episode in a Reddit AMA, he debunked the strategy by stating, "Many of the actual survival skills taught are bogus. It's not possible to squeeze drinkable water out of elephant dung. Well, it is if your cameraman has soaked it with bottled water." I would even go so far as to say
That's
that
still
some of the skills he
disgusting, bro.
followed and attempted in a real survival situation could result in worsening the situation, with this comment coming alongside a few instances of Les Stroud dissing Man vs. Wild for its lack of authenticity.
I was wondering if you've ever had the opportunity to meet Bear Grylls. I haven't, because I'm out overnight and there's nobody else out there.
What are your thoughts on Bear Grylls?
If you wanted to learn about archaeology, would you get it from Harrison Ford?
A lot of fresh water around here. It's a good thing, too. Otherwise, I'd be reduced to probably having to drink my own pee. Yeah, right.
There are YouTube videos as well
Fair
as
enough.
full-blown websites dedicated to the poor advice that Bear Grylls is given, with many stating that this constitutes
Yeah,
fakery.
I'd rather
while
find a
others have
flowing
made the
river
point
than
that
drink
Grylls
my
was simply
piss.
showing survival techniques, and it
But can't
therefore
there be,
didn't
like,
matter if the
parasites in
shots
that
were set
shit?
up or not. It's a show to teach you how to survive certain scenarios. To have every survival stunt to be real every single episode would be both dangerous and illogical. He teaches survival techniques. It's obviously irrelevant if he's really facing those perils or not. The point is, it's entertaining and informative. He was teaching people how to survive if they were in that situation, as if he's not risking his life for a freaking TV show. Whether or not setting
Why
up the
not?
shots constitutes fakery is up for debate. However, a YouTuber by the name of Lo the Show seems convinced that even when set up, a different Bear Grylls stunt is completely impossible, eating a snake.
Even with the guts and skin on, you can eat them straight like this.
Ew.
Although
That's a
in
real
other
snake.
episodes, Bear Grylls has shown himself eating snakes in their
You can eat them straight like this.
Why? Because the skin is so thick. It's a real snake right there.
Although in other episodes, Bear Grylls has shown himself eating snakes in their entirety, so I wouldn't call the video by Lo the Show all that much of a debunk. However, if we want slightly better evidence, we have to look at a video posted by Justin Wallace titled "Climber Cringe Bear Grylls Confirmed Top Roper." Justin, who's clearly an avid climber, spends the video criticizing an advertisement in which Bear Grylls is climbing a difficult route in Utah. Grylls is shown to be using all the wrong gear.
Guess we're using the Mountaineer's coil, which you don't really do, especially when you're trad climbing in Moab, because it just kinks up your rope. Sorry, bud, but a single wire gate on your harness isn't gonna do much for you.
Tying all the wrong knots.
What the hell knot is that? Kinda looks like a bowline, but not really.
And even climbing the wall incorrectly.
I don't even see his last piece. He's like 40 feet run out right there. You're gonna die, man.
To be fair though, I guess I would give it to Bear on this one. He might not be doing this shit. Like I guess he might claim that he's capable of this shit just so that people stick around to the show because they already know the show, Man vs. Wild. I don't know how late into the show this is, but like, you know, it's probably that he already has a name around himself, and so he's trying to broaden the kind of survival shit that he can do and techniques that he can share. And then he's probably kind of trying to do it like this, but he doesn't actually know how to do it. So the crew's probably telling him like how to kind of do it, but he's still doing it incorrectly. I don't know. Maybe he is just a big fat phony.
Oh, and there's so many good placements too. What is he doing?
He could have
There's
just gotten
no
someone
way
else
he's
to do
holding his
it with
violin
him.
With that one hand in that crack right there, and his 2 feet are just sticking out on nothing. His crew is definitely pulling his fat ass up there on a 3-to-1. There's no way he's climbing that.
The original rock climbing video has a dislike ratio of almost 75% and features comments such as, "Gotta give him credit for really committing to the BS. Interesting skills he has in climbing. This is just ridiculous. ridiculous. Wow, it could be impressive if it was not fake. As a climber, it's obvious that the heli dropped him at the top and he made some shots rappelling down. I used to like him, disappointing.
Damn.
You could make the argument that Grills gets a pass given it was filmed for an advertisement, but does he get a pass for an article titled Bear Grylls Show Accused of Fakery Again, after the island's ordinary men exposed as trained professionals? According to the article, The Island by Bear Grylls introduced what was supposed to be 13 ordinary men are about to be abandoned on a Pacific island with just the clothes they stand up in and a few tools. But there was no mention that Rupert Smith had worked in war zones and extreme environments, including alongside Grills as director of Channel 4's Escape to the Legion. Similarly, there was no introduction to cameraman Dan Etheridge, who also worked with Grills on Discovery Channel's Man vs. Wild. Kif McManus, a sound recordist with 10 years experience in some of the world's most dangerous places, also failed to get a mention. The article also revealed that 2 caiman crocodiles had been manually released onto the island, and that the rare source of fresh drinking water found by those on the show was actually a rubber-lined pool set up by the production crew. Channel 4 responded to the featuring of trained professionals by stating, "It clearly states in the program voiceover that trained crew are part of the experiment, living under the exact same conditions as the other men. Like all of the men on the island, their professions are captioned on screen and their backgrounds are discussed. Biographies are also on the Channel 4 website," before going on to address the crocodiles and drinking water by stating, "We had to ensure the island's only water supply, a muddy pool, would last through filming in the dry season, and that there was enough native animals and native vegetation that could sustain the men for 28 days, as long as they had the ingenuity to find it, catch it, and kill it," which you have to admit is a pretty decent statement.
It's our neighborhood. I'll keep it friendly.
Damn, bro, I did not think it was that doctored, bro. That actually is insane. And people have been calling him out for a while now. I thought it was just like, I mean, yeah, I guess maybe some staying overnight at like a nearby hotel. But every night, like, I'm starting to think he didn't spend a single night out. I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably did spend like 1 or 2 or 3 nights out his entire career, but who's to say now, bro? Once a liar, kind of always a liar, right? How do you disprove yourself now? How do you prove that it's real? Just do a live stream, honestly, right? If you want to prove that you're not lying, just do a live stream of your entire night. You could use gear to keep your shit turned on. That could be a show, like staying overnight at like this park or something like that, this national park with the wild animals. But then that'd be crazy if like they caught a death on camera, right? Like a fucking bear attack or something. That'd be wild. What would you even do? Like just stop broadcasting? I don't know, man. I get faking it for money, but holy shit.